Hey, you fucks. Thanks for, checking out the videos, showing a little bit of support. How about you take it to the next level and show us some love over there on Patreon, huh? Huh? Huh?
Yo, 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 what the fuck is out there? Everybody out there on the YouTube George, your good boy Papa Teeks coming alive from the Japan land. Another hot sexual home stream. How y'all doing? I'm doing okay. You know, I can't complain. Even if I wanted to complain, I can't complain. It's legally not in my contract. Anyway, how you guys doing, dudes? God, it's just it's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle, lad. Oh man, so this is a new week, brand new start for me, and I'm feeling good. You know, I'm trying to again, like, the whole thing is like finding balance with yourself and finding stuff that makes you happy and kind of gives you mental security. What do you call it? Like mental clarity. You got to find out what works for you best, not what other people works for you, but you got to find out what works for you, and especially something that helps you get progress, And, I don't know, I was just reminded of that today by watching SoftyPapa's live stream. I'm still watching him in the morning, and, like, he was talking about during one of I love it because I wake up at like 4:30, right before the sun rises, and get my coffee, get my shower on, and everything, and and like SoftyPapa usually streams from like 6 to 7 a.m. and for me it usually takes like 30 minutes to get ready and get all my stuff and everything. So I've got plenty of time to hang out and do stuff right before his stream starts. And usually if he's at home, he'll stream for like, a half an hour or so, or maybe an hour. But yeah, I was watching it, and he said that he almost got into like an accident walking around the other day because he just, maybe he was just tired or like, not enough sugar, I don't know. But the poor guy, he was like, oh man, I almost passed out while I was on like an escalator and fell down the stairs. And he's like, yeah, I had to take it easy. And, I don't know, it was just a jolt to him because it's like the first time in a while that like something like that happened, and it doesn't seem like that big a deal, like from the outside, right? It's like, oh wow, well you had like a bad day kind of thing or whatever, but you're fine now, like it's okay, like don't blow something like that out of proportion kind of thing. But is what I was like kind of thinking when I saw that. But it's like he's like, I'm 60 years old, my mental decline and my physical decline are definitely happening. And it's like, I don't think like words have power, like in the sense that people like to say they do. Like, if you said like, go kill yourself, or like, lift, refrigerator open door and, give me coffee. Like, it's not really gonna happen, but it's like, the subtlety of like hypnosis or something, it does have, words in like the longer context do have power, but it really just depends on who you are and how you're saying something and what's the longer context of you saying it kind of thing, right? And so but yeah, I mean, like I do think when it comes to self-talk though that you shouldn't be like, oh man, I'm on mental decline, I'm on physical decline. Oh no, because like you might actually, I forgot, it's like Bruce Lee said something where it's like, don't talk to yourself like that because then it will become true. It's kind of like that old quote where it's like Confucius says the man that says he can and the man that says he can't both are correct, But, he's saying this stuff to the camera, and I realized, like, this is Kurt. He's made, on the surface, this guy looks like he's got everything, he's got a happy wife. He's got a daughter that loves the shit out of him. He hangs around with his wife's relatives, seem to really like him. And, I hardly ever hear the guy complain, And so he seems like he keeps in relatively good shape. He's always, like, hiking and walking around and stuff. So, he's doing fine, right? But like, anyway, let me get into what I was going to say first after I promote myself. So let me just do some self-promo really quick. Hey guys, don't worry, we're going to get back into the topic today, which I don't know what the topic is, but we're going to get back into talking about SoftyPapa in a second. But I just wanted to say big shout out to everybody who goes over to patreon.com/TKOSam. I've got tons of different exclusive stuff over there. And I even had this one douchebag during the live stream the other day, and he's like, blah, 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 asking me all these stupid details about the lessons, which he could easily look up. He could easily look up, you know, like he could go to the playlist, he could go to patreon.com, and it's like, I know this cheap motherfucker is not going to go over and sign up for my lessons, because, you know, for some people, $35 isn't a big deal, but for some people, it's like, Tim Ferriss talked about this in the 4-Hour Work Week, how it's just like, you know, like the cheapest people are the ones that always ask the most anal retentive questions, like they need to be sold. And it's like, you know what, dude, like if you need to be, like, you know, convinced to sign up for my $35 lessons when every other fucking Japanese platform out there, like for studying, costs way more than mine, yeah, whatever, dude. I was like, look, it gets you fluent. Like, it takes you from beginner to fluent within, like, 1 to 2 years, depending on how fast and how hardcore you do it. And it gives you a community to hang out with, too, while you're doing it. And, like, look, if it gets you fluent in Japanese. There's no snake oil, it gets you fluent in Japanese. That's all you need to know. Don't worry about the small details. It's either you trust what I'm saying or you don't. But don't waste my fucking time, you know? Because, like, sometimes I'll get these idiots during the live streams, and they're like these pussy trolls that are like, they want to say, like, fuck you, fat guy, or whatever, right? But they know that I'll just ban them if they do that immediately, and they get no fucking attention. And so, like, there's some people, and they'll just tolerate me for, like, a certain amount of time, and just try to, like, instead of saying something so, like, bluntly offensive, they'll just try to waste my time by pretending, like, you know, to ask me stupid questions that have nothing to do with the context of what I was talking about, you know? And, like, they haven't tried to, like, be part of the community or, like, you know, let themselves kind of be known, like, be part of the conversation. It's just so lazy, you know? Like, I see what they're doing a mile away. But anyway, this guy was like, hey, well, if you know, you get to be part of the Discord, right? And, like, what he was saying is that, because my Discord has a rule that you have to have at least some kind of online social media presence in order to join. Because it's just like, nah, like, if you want to be an anonymous shit talker on somebody's Discord, you can do it, but not on mine, right? And so, and so, like, people say, like, oh, if I join your Patreon or if I become a member on YouTube, I can join your Discord, right? And I'm like, yeah, you can, but you don't get access to the regular part. You just get access to the part where it's like, you get to see, like, I have, like, a bonus section for patrons and for YouTube members and for Twitch subscribers, but it's just random ramblings of mine plus, like, pictures and stuff. I mean, which is still cool, but it's not like you don't get to really be part of the community. And then there's the, what is it? And then there's the fucking, the Japanese section, which is huge. It's a huge section on the Discord for everybody who also, like, watches the video lessons but wants those extra things. I mean, like, I tried to make it as organized as possible, so, like, it covers all the angles of speaking, reading, writing, and reading. It's funny because, like, I found a website that is supposed to be like an ADVJapan kind of copy made by Katz's fans, but it's just super technical. There's no fun. Like, the whole point of Katz's website was that not only did he capture, like, you know, not only did he capture your interest in wanting to learn Japanese, but he did it in a way that was funny and relatable. And all these guys did was just write down, like, you know, the technical side of how to do things. And I'm like, dude, like, that's not interesting, though. Like, I want to, you know, so, like, if you want to learn Japanese the way that I did it for free, you can go online and do it. But, you know, mine's is more, it's like a guide, you know? Like, you can go and explore a country by yourself, but if you want to make the most out of your time, and also you like the guide and you want to just throw him some money and it's not that big a deal, that's what my Patreon lessons are there for. Plus, you get a book every month in the mail from me. So, you can, if you're not even going to live in Japan, eventually, after a year, you're going to have, like, a little library, you know? It's going to be fun. You can brag to people and be like, yeah, I got a book in Japanese. And it's probably going to be cheaper than buying one at Barnes & Noble or some shit, right? So, yeah, anyway, point is, go over, sign up for the Patreon, and you can become a member on any of the YouTube channels. and also you can super chat. Dude, I was watching this guy Nomadic Push the other day, and like he's so smart. He's so smart, man, because he's like the nicest guy ever, and he has like nice friends that take care of him and shit. And like I swear, every fucking video he puts out, he'll do this thing where it's like, oh man, somebody was mean to me and they didn't understand. And they think I suck. And then all of his other fans are like, dude, no, don't give up, man. Here's some money. And he gets so much money, like not just from the AdSense, but from all these people super commenting on there. And God, I mean, like, you know, to be fair, he is doing so much more than whatever I would ever do. I mean, like, he's literally being homeless for content, you know. And like he's doing it, and you know, he's not complaining about it. He's being a man, and like I'm you know, like, what is it? I'm not jealous because I don't want to do that. I don't want to be homeless for money, but like I'm really proud of him, and I respect him because like the day that he chooses to not be homeless anymore, he's got a big fat nest egg of cash to kind of, you know, play with afterwards. So, you know, it's like the same thing with Ryan Boundless. Like, all these people are like, oh, Ryan Boundless, he's homeless in his car. And I'm like, I know for a fact Ryan has multiple bank accounts. And I know for a fact one of those bank accounts has over $30,000 in there. So it's not that Ryan doesn't have any money. He's forced to be in his car. He could live in an apartment, or like, you know, he could hunker down and actually live somewhere if he really wanted to. But he doesn't. He wants to travel the U.S., you know, like he's always wanted to do this. And so, like, like, you know, he's working, but that's why he can take off time from working sometimes. He's like, yeah, you know. So, and that's just one of his banking accounts. So, I don't know, same thing with the Nomadic Push guy. Like, he's doing all this shit, you know, like he's living this life that's so hardcore. Like, really, a lot of respect for him, man, because yeah, it's like when I lived in the guest house and like hater bitch asses on Reddit or something would be like, oh, he sleeps in a box, and I'm like, motherfucker, all of you guys talking shit, you would never have the testicular fortitude to fucking sleep in a box because you're quote unquote beneath you. And I don't know, I secretly hope, not that those guys die, but I hope that they get into into a situation like that at some point where they get to eat some humble pie like that, because all they're doing is just looking down on people, you know? Like, people who do that, I mean, well, obviously, if you're looking down on people and you're, like, talking shit anonymously about people on the internet, you're already, like, a bitch-ass beta soy boy. But at the same time, it's just like, yeah, man, like, sometimes those people just need to be humbled. Hopefully life will humble them sometime. But anyway, yes, if you guys like my videos and you want to support me, feel free to super chat and super comment, because, you know, I'm going to keep doing this regardless. But, you know, you guys, each time you donate, you're helping out the channel. You're helping me want to improve and get better and keep this shit going. So, speaking of which, big shout out to the super chat guy of the week. Boom. Oh, I forgot I had a coffee break here going. Anyway, big shout out to you. Thank you guys. You know, I love like every like 3 months or so I'll go through, because like YouTube has a place where you can display all the super chats that you got, and then I can just screen capture it and put it in the video for later. And it's like, you guys just kick ass, man. You guys are so cool. And I really like that. It's just like, you know, things are moving ahead. Things are moving fine. I'll get more into that in a second, about like going viral on TikTok and stuff. And yeah, but anyway, let me finish this up. Also, I guess question of the day. Question of the day is, I don't know. I guess, do you guys have emergency savings, or you know, like, have any of you ever actually traveled from? No, that's a better question. Have any of you guys ever traveled somewhere for more than 2 weeks? Like, let me know, because like I feel like 2 weeks is way outside people's like comfort zone. So yeah, I'm curious if you guys have ever traveled for more than 2 weeks at a time. Yeah, let me know. And like, if you did, like, where did you go and how long did you do that for? You know, like, God, I remember the first trip, first big trip I ever did on my own was like 3 months in Japan on a tourist visa. I maxed the shit out of that, you know, and that was fun. That was good, and it was mayhem. But, yeah, anyway, also, don't forget to smash like on this and comment, because it helps with the engagement. And, yeah, I'm going to try to shout. I've been, like, making posts on occasion on my main channel for like you know, when I make a new video, I try to shout out this channel, but also I try to make posts about this channel too on like the community posts to like remind you guys like, oh yeah, I have a podcast channel. Like a lot of people don't realize like I have a second channel, and it's like, well, I could post these on the main channel again, but it's just like, nah, I feel like I don't know, I feel like I should keep it up, you know. I already started this. I'm not gonna move everything back to my other channel again, you know. Again, it's like I don't want to oversaturate the channel, you know. Like I don't want to keep, like, you don't want mostly fluff on your channel. You don't want everyone's expectations to be that it's mostly fluff. And on the main channel, it's like what we have: the reaction video on Friday and the vlog style video on Sunday. So it's like 2 videos, one's fluff, one's not, and that's a good balance. I was thinking, I was like, I could just do more reaction videos, and those are pretty easy to do, and I'm like, nah, I don't want people to have the expectation that it's like, oh, so he's just a reaction channel now. And I'm like, no, like it's that's like a bonus part of the channel, but like we still do a bunch of different video series and stuff as well. But anyway, I guess the whole point I was trying to get at earlier with the SoftyPapa videos is that, you know, he makes those videos for the same reason I make videos. You know, he does it because it gives him like a sense of legacy. Like he'll have something that like his kids and everything can look back on, and also it's just like he likes it. It's kind of like a video diary to him, and I don't know. I mean, like it's interesting because it's like, you know, some YouTubers I've met, like especially in Japan, like treat their community like their best friends. Like this is their friend circle, you know, and I don't really, I don't see my community as that. Like I see my community as like I started up like a community center, and like all these people are coming and hanging out, and like I talk to them sometimes, and like they hang out with me when I'm doing stuff or whatever. But like and then like occasionally like I'll go out and hang out with them kind of thing individually. But like I give them the option to be friends, but like I'm not putting a lot of weight like emotionally or mentally on that, if that makes sense, you know. It's just because like, what is it? It's just like I don't know. I remember there's one YouTuber a long time ago who did that, and I was like, dude, like it's mostly married guys too, you know. Married guys, they're stuck with their family, and then they got work, and then, you know, they don't have time to hang out with their friends or whatever. And it's I don't know, man. It's just like you got to have hobbies, right? Like I have a buddy from Portugal. He's married to a really hot Japanese chick, and God, I don't even know what he does now. Maybe he works for, I don't know. I gotta check in with him. It's been a while, but you know, I follow his like Facebook and his wife's Facebook and stuff, and like his wife is a business owner, and I'm guessing he's a business owner now. God, I mean, like I wouldn't put it past him to be a business owner, but it's like his wife takes care of the kid. Like she does all of the mom duties, plus she has her own company, and she's got her own hobby. She's constantly going out and hanging out with her friends who are also like strong independent women's. And my buddy, you know, like he does the dad thing, you know. He probably makes a lot more money than she does. You know, he buys the gifts for the kid or whatever, and he hangs out, you know, it's I feel like a lot of people when they like strive to have like a regular middle class kind of thing, is that like it's like, why do middle class people love, or like lower class or whatever you want to call it, right? It's like, why do people that are kind of not struggling but it's harder for them economically, why do they love to watch TV so much? Why do they love to watch sports so much? And it's like, it's because they, you know, they need a distraction, you know, for their life, right? Because their life isn't everything they want it to be. They're like, you know, and I think it's just I mean, hell, maybe I'm wrong. I'd like to be wrong about that, but it's like you know, for me, I don't give a shit about like status, right? Because like if you ever read the game, you'll know that it's not about being a high status guy. It's just about having high status attitude, you know. Anybody can get that. That's why it's like you got to stop blackpilling yourself, dude. Like, you know, it's not about how much money you have and how sexy you are. It's just how you carry yourself. And but yeah, it's just like you know, the thing is just, what am I trying to get at here? What am I trying to say? I feel like when you surround yourself with other people that distract themselves, then it's easier to become like them. And I don't want to be like that. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be like them. You know, I don't want to work for a company full time, which have, you know, it's proven time and time again that companies don't give a shit about their employees and they'll get rid of them. And I guess what I really like about working part time is that it forces me to always be, quote unquote, like economically hungry, you know? Like I'm always on my feet, you know? I'm never like letting my guard down. And I feel like when you get into like kind of middle class life stuff, you get into this like habit loop of complacency. And with complacency, like, you know, that's why so many people like get sad and they want to kill themselves or something after they lose their job. It's like, oh man, I actually have to work on stuff again. Everything got so easy. Like, oh man, I gotta try again. And it's just like, for me, I'm like, okay, like I constantly need to be thinking of ways to make money. I need to constantly be thinking of like interesting things I gotta do. And it's like, again, like you surround yourself with people that have similar interests to you, you know? Like a lot of my buddies are people that they're not bitch asses, right? So like if I want to go and make a video, like I'll invite my other YouTube friends to do that, you know? If I want to, like I think that it's important to have a social circle, and not all of your friends need to be YouTubers, of course, but it's just like you need to be friends with people that like don't complain and like are enjoying their lives. Like I remember I used to really have a pet peeve over guys who like hated their wives. And it's just like, man, like, oh man, my wife, and like they're constantly cheating on their wives with like uglier women and stuff too. And I'm like, come on, dude, like you're just so pathetic. Like if you don't like your wife, just divorce her and like move on. And it's like, no, like they want to have their cake and eat it too, right? But I mean, the whole point is, it's just like if you're, I think it's not healthy for you to have like your biggest, strongest social circle to be like some random people who watch your YouTube stuff that like you don't ever see in person, you know? Tokyo Drew's stuff was different because he would like meet his viewers like multiple times or whatever, and also he was like a manager, you know, he had like kind of a higher position at a place, so it makes sense. But I don't know, man, it's like finding that balance, right? Because like you don't want to be that guy who is working a full-time job that he hates when he's 40, and then like the way he blows off steam is like goes out and just gets drunk with people. Like the life's too short, you know. That's why I never really give myself a lot of crap about stuff. It's like, oh well, you're working part-time, you know, you don't have a lot of money, and it's like, yeah, but like I'm doing jobs that I sincerely like, that challenge me. And like, especially for the teaching jobs, man, like I get to see these kids grow up right in front of me, and it's just, there's something so prideful that, because like if you're a regular English teacher working for a full-time gig, like one thing I really hated is that my bosses, like I remember the last full-time job I did before I ever like the last full-time English teaching job I ever did, my biggest what do you call it, like my biggest complaint with that company was that I would be teaching these kids, and like, well, for one, I would do a lot of trial lessons, and I'd say 99% of the time, not even, no ego, just like straight up fax machines, is that like a majority of the people that came for trial lessons would join the school because they did the trial lesson with me. And, you know, I gave those kids confidence, you know, like especially like a lot of these kids had just moved back to Japan, or they had moved to Tokyo. And, you know, it's just when you give a kid the confidence, like a lot of people, they're just waiting for permission. Like they can't give themselves permission, so they wait for somebody else to give them permission. But, you know, if you give people permission to be the badasses that they want to be, they'll start changing, you know. And the thing I hated the most about that job was that I would be teaching a kid and we'd have great rapport, and then like after like a year or like even less than a year, they switch it up on me. And it's not because, and I'd be like, oh hey, you know, did the parents request for me not to teach them anymore? And they'd be like, oh no, like we just decided we should swap the teachers out. And I'm like, dude, like if you let me teach this kid for a year or two more, like they're already making good progress, and I know the other teachers here don't give a shit like I do. And like, and then you'd see these kids and like their English would just go down, you know, because all the other teachers are just complacent. They don't care. You know, they don't care as much as you. They don't have good rapport with the kid as you. And it's just, it was so sad, you know. It was so fucking sad. I hated it, you know. Like, but anyway, I mean, like, the good thing about, like, my job is that, like, right now is, like, for example, I have this one guy who didn't know any fucking English before I started teaching him. And he became so confident, he quit his job. His boss was being a piece of shit. I got him to quit, and like he's, you know, like the thing about my classes too is that like if you do good, like I'll give you a bonus, like what is it, like, you know, I reward you. And so like like with my adult students, I take them out to drink. I'll go to international parties with them, and I try to introduce them to other foreigners so they can start having their own foreign social group, because I'm not worried. I'm not gatekeeping my students, because I'm like, at the end of the day, I know I helped give them that confidence, so they're not gonna like run off when they get free people to talk to, kind of thing, right? And with my younger students too, man, like I have two students that you know, one was, I guess she was fluent in English. Well, she's like she's half Japanese, but she had like a thing where she didn't like speaking English. Like her dad told me, he's like, yeah, she understands English, but she always replies in Japanese, and she really she just hates English. Like my wife and I, we try to talk to her in English, she just never replies. And anyway, like that kid now, she's super confident in English and she loves speaking it, and it's just I learned a lot from teaching her too. And like yeah, guys, this is something I would suggest as well, and I'm gonna start doing this for my. I'm going to start branching out and teaching kids privately too, versus just at schools. But one of the things I'm going to do is that I'm going to bring a Japanese teacher with me, I think, too, from now on when I teach kids privately. Because I noticed that kids, if it's one-on-one, maybe sometimes it's hard to start a conversation. But if you're speaking English, especially to like a bilingual, like Japanese person, the kids want to be part of the conversation. They just want to have to be like, you know, the full thing. And like like that's a little secret I learned. Like, wow, you know, like you like utilize having like a bilingual, like you know, like college age Japanese assistant teacher or something with you, and the kid will want to speak more. They don't want to just hear the conversation. They want to be part of it as well. And I don't know, it's just fun. I guess the big point I'm getting at is that you know, I have like specifically like 2 or 3 students right now. No. 4 students right now that 2 of them didn't speak any English when I first started teaching them. And I've been teaching all of these kids for a long time now. At least like the 2 of the students I've been teaching for at least 3 years, and the other boys I've been teaching for like 5+ years. And like like all of their English is like very fluent now, you know. And it's just I don't know, man. Like it feels good. It feels good. Like I'm prideful in being an English teacher, because I'm like, yeah, man. Like these little fuckers, they didn't speak. Like they didn't have any confidence. Even my adult students, it's like you didn't have confidence to speak, and now they're like, oh yeah, like yeah, this is fine. This is nothing. This ain't nothing. You know, it's not a big deal. It's cool. And it just sucks that like so many fucking English teaching like full-time companies, like they kill any motivation you have to actually try to help people, because they're usually run by bitch-ass motherfuckers. And I know people are like, well, Chikyo, why don't you just start up your own school or something? And I'm like, nah, that's too much. It's like Rick and Morty when he starts up that like the anti-curse fucking shop or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, this is getting too technical. Like, hey man, this is my insurance form. I'm like, I don't know. Like this isn't fun for me anymore. So doing this on just like a regular kind of like a tutor basis is better for me. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like I think about you could work at look, if you like working in an office job, if you like being in that setting, if you like having to follow rules all the time and follow a dress code and everything, more power to you, you know. But it's just like feeling good mentally is just something, and like I guess kind of bringing it back to the SoftyPapa thing. I mean, SoftyPapa, dude, like his videos, like he's retired now, so like every day he makes a video. But I think even before, like even when he was just teaching English in Japan, he was still making videos like every day just about random shit, right? But I really like he released a video a while back, and it was like he's just going, what was the video? He was like buying antiques. Like one of the things that he likes to do is he likes to go to flea markets and buy antiques and then sell them online. And the funny thing is like Kurt doesn't really know, SoftyPapa doesn't really know Japanese. You know, like I'm pretty sure he doesn't know how to read or write it, and he speaks at very like basic level. And like he, I was watching one of the premieres, and they were like, how do you verify? Because he likes selling antiques. And he likes, like, you know, buying them and selling them. And one person was like, how do you verify if it's an antique or not? And he's like, oh, just by looking at it. And I'm like, dude, you just been bullshitting this the whole time. Like, you know, like, because I had a buddy that, rest in peace, Carl. Rest in peace. I don't know if my Aussie friend is watching right now. But I had a subscriber of mine. And his name was Carl, and he was in, was he in Adelaide? I don't remember. But he was this really nice kind of asshole. I mean, Australian, right? He was a cocky Australian asshole dude, but he was this older guy who fucked hot young chicks in Australia. And he was, like, you know, he made a lot of money. And one of the things that he did was he would go to these auctions, and he would buy like antiques and resell them, but also he had a job where he restored antiques as well. And like you can make a lot of money if you know how to restore antiques. And unfortunately, I think this was before COVID. He got like colon cancer and he died. But he you know, like I didn't know him that well, but like I really liked the energy that he brought, and that he was just a part-time dude making money. And like, you know, he's just taller, like kind of slightly chunkier, like long-haired brown-haired, long-haired just dude, and he just didn't care. But yeah, but anyway, it's just like he did a lot of research about antiques and stuff, and he would learn, like he was constantly, like every day, learning how to, like, you know, fix them better. And like if not, he was networking with people that could teach him how to do the stuff that he couldn't find online how to do. And then it's like I look at SoftyPapa and he's like, yeah, I just kind of, you know, if it looks nice, I'll buy it and then sell it. I'm like, motherfucker, you did no research. God damn it. But I mean, it's okay, he owns it, right? But it's just like for me, I'm like, I could not do that if I you know, I couldn't do that. Like, you know, I want to learn more about it, you know. But anyway, the, you know, what am I getting at? Is that like Kurt, like he released a video of him going, like, walking down this area, because he originally lived in Japan, then he left, and then he came back. And he's like, this is the area where, like, my daughter and I, when she was 5 years old, we would, I would, like, pick her up from school, and then she'd ask to go down the dirt road because it was really bumpy, and we call it the bumpity bumps. And he's like, I actually have a video from that time. And it's like, his daughter's 24. So this is from 19 years ago that he was still taking videos and putting it on YouTube. And that's just so cool that he like shares those memories, and that, like, he's retired, right? So like he'll go out, and he has like one of those new nice phones, and he'll just take a video. Like he'll take tons of videos. I don't know how he edits them, but he takes tons of videos and pictures throughout the day, and then he'll release a video about that. And they're really good. Like, they're very fun to watch and just like kind of have in the background. It's very peaceful. And but that's so cool that he has like videos from like 20 years ago that he can reference, you know. And it's like that's I guess it makes me regret it a little bit, you know, that I'm like, man, I didn't put out that many videos over this time. I mean, I did, but they were too spread out, you know. I could have put more more raw stuff up there, just like randomly doing stuff versus just talking. But you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? But anyway, I thought that was so cool about his channel is that like he's basically, I don't think like he's super interactive with his community. I mean, he has one, right? But I think he has his own group of friends or whatever that he talks to probably more. Maybe, I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm speculating here, but you know, it's just it's just funny how it's like his. You know, I heard that like when people retire, that they usually become very easily depressed because they don't have anything to do. And I'm like, this guy is just, he's got tons of stuff to do. He's working on his house. He's working on his garden. He's making YouTube videos. He's going antique shopping. Like him and his wife love to watch TV shows and movies. So they're just, you know, like it's nice. It's not, I don't know. It makes me happy seeing this because it's like, he's kind of like Nomadic Gaijin, you know, he's just too pure. Like, how do you judge if somebody's a piece of shit? It's like, oh, if they don't like that guy, then it's proven that they're a piece of shit, you know. So yeah, what do you gotta do? You know, what do you gotta do? Let me get some more coffee here. Coffee. Oh my God, it's me. Coffee talk. Coffee. Why? Oh no! Don't go to the light. Coffee. Thank you. Oh God. Oh, it's such a nice day. I mean, it's overcasty. You know, it's so funny. It's like you see these countries like, you know, Taiwan or Thailand or whatever, or Vietnam. And it's like tropical country, tons of green. But then you look up at the sky, and it's all just white polluted cloud bullshit. And I remember when I went to Thailand, it was like muggy like that all the time. And I asked the lady at the youth hostel, I was like, hey, do you guys ever have blue skies in Bangkok, or is it always like this shit? And they're like, oh, it's mostly like the white stuff, the white skies. I'm like, that's fucking lame. You know, what's the point of going to a tropical country if you're not even going to get blue skies, you know? It's just stupid. Why are you stupid? Yeah, but what are you going to do, you know? What are you going to do? One dog's looking one way, the other dog's looking the other way. It's nice, you know. The guy's got a nice white bushy beard, etc., etc. Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. It's just, it's funny because it's like people work really hard for like, fucking, I don't know, what is it, 20 to 60? So like 40 plus years or whatever. They work hard. They save their money so they can retire, and you know, and then just do what they want and have nothing but free time. Like, retiring is basically saying, I want to have expensive stuff, or at least have money to go do expensive stuff. Yeah, can we do that? And I'm like, okay, yeah, you go do that. But if you live frugal, then you can retire anytime, you know? Like, the most expensive thing I spend money on every month is, like, my rent. And then, like, bills and utilities and stuff. And it's cool because, like, I sign up for these services, right? But you guys, through your YouTube donations, you pay for these services. Like, I use ChatGPT. That's a online subscription service. YouTube Premium, I pay for that, because it's just, I don't want to pay for, I don't mind, like, people are like, God, like, my buddy makes $6,000 a month, he's like, I'm not going to sign up for YouTube Premium, I'm already signed up for Netflix, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, it's like $15 a month, just shut up. What is it, I got 4K downloader the other day, you guys paid for that. I might sign up for, well, I've got ChatGPT, I might sign up for Suno next, but, it's so cool because it's like, you know, as long as I'm doing my regular job, I can pay for everything else. But if there's anything that, like, I'm interested in, I don't need to worry about spending my own money on it because there's, like, a certain, you know, small group of you guys that throw money at me every month. So I could be like, oh, yeah. And it's like, oh, I want to go and do some food reviews. Oh, but, like, you know, that's going to be at least, like, a $20 to $30 plus endeavor, and it's like, oh yeah, well, you just do it, you know, just do the fundraising during the live streams. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, we can do that. I mean, that's the thing too, like, God, dude, it's only like a month or two more, and then I should have those food reviews done. Shit. Yeah, my only thing with the food reviews is just like, am I gonna do, I'd like to do Japanese as well, but it's one of those things where it's like, I didn't really research any of the research any. Like, I don't know that much about Japanese food. I mean, I eat it, but I don't know a lot about the quality or something. Like, if it's like sandwiches or something, yeah, I definitely can. I know my way around a sandwich or two, you know. But when it comes to rice or whatever, like recently in Japan, the rice shortage is happening or whatever, and rice is expensive, and so a lot of places are using American rice. And like, it's so funny because it's just like, God, dude, like I went out to this yakiniku place, and it's like I ordered the big rice bowl, and then it's just this small ass rice bowl, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I went on your website before I came here. This is not. And I'm like, oh yeah, oh, it's a rice shortage, and this is probably Japanese rice. And I don't know, whatever, you know, what are you gonna do, right? God, I went to the grocery store the other day, and I bought like 15 packets of udon noodles, and you know, it's like, why 15 packets of udon noodles? And it's like, well, you know, I like rice, but it's not like a defining factor. I don't need it to, you know, whatever, right? And so, I mean, I like rice, but I don't need it every day. Like, my buddy, he's you know, married. He's got his Japanese waifu or whatever, and he has to, like, he's like, God damn it, dude, I had to spend a lot of money on some rice or something. And I was like, is it for you? And he's like, no, it's for my wife, man. I'm like, oh yeah, shit. Well, I was like, too bad, man. You know, when you're married, you got to compromise, right? It's like, she wants to. It's better that she's spending it on that versus like some stupid nail salon bullshit or whatever, right? Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't know. Is there, aside from all this random bullshit, is there anything else I really wanted to talk about? I saw a video today about like, China is definitely preparing for an invasion, and they've made a new boat that that has a lot of tanks on it, and they can extend a bridge out so they don't need to go on sand. They can extend the bridge past the sand so they can get the tanks out. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just I think China, if they invade smaller countries like Taiwan or something, then, like, yeah, they probably can't fight back that well. I mean, they'll probably fight back hard and angrily, but I don't think anyone's going to come to the aid of Taiwan. But if they try to fuck with Japan, oh yeah, they're going to get pissed off. Like, that, like, Korea would actually help, even though Korea does not like Japan. They would help out because they're like, oh, well, like, what's going to, you know, if they invade them, they're going to come after us next. And, I mean, like, that's the thing I don't understand about the argument about, like, deporting illegal immigrants from America. It's like, you know, we have these sanctuary cities where you're not allowed to deport illegal aliens. And I'm like, dude, you came into the country illegally, man. I have so many Japanese friends that legally try to come into the country. And you know how hard it is, and then, like, you get a pass just because, ooh, it's so sad. You know, you come from a place where it's shit. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, think about everybody who spends money, who goes through the process legally, and has to put up with all the bullshit, and then some guy just crossed a river, you know? I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not good. But you see all these people being like, well, first they came for the illegal immigrants, next they're gonna come for you. And it's like, no, nah, you're a citizen, you know? But, I mean, at the same time, though, it is, like, kind of a little bit of a rocky ground. But, like, I liked when Trump said that he wants to put violent offenders and send them to the El Salvador prisons. I'm like, oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, man. Like, stricter punishments for violence, dude. By far. Like, way stricter punishment, man. Like, you gotta, like, if you're a guy who, like, I saw this video a long time ago of this woman. She was just walking down, she was, like, walking in the strip mall, and I forgot if the guy was trying to rob her, but this like, black guy in his 20s just came up from behind her and just German suplexed her in the ground, and she's just, like, paralyzed, you know? She can't move anymore just because this asshole wanted to steal her phone or something. And it's like, yeah, for people like that, like, I know it's a very harsh way of looking at things, but I just, the moment you do something violently to somebody, I don't care about you as a person anymore, you know? Like, I get it. Maybe if it's, like, your friend or something, or, like, a coworker, and you guys have had beef for a while, yeah, I get that. But it was like, this is a random person on the street that didn't do anything to you, you know? And even if they did say, like, something mean, like a racial slur or something, that gives you no right to hurt them. And it's just like, God, dude. And so my whole thing was, like, put them in a, you know, either put them in work camps where they work hard for 10 years, Conan the Barbarian style, or you know, even harsher, like, you know, just organ donation. Like, if in Canada they can tell everybody, oh, sorry, we can't give you surgery, but you can kill yourself. If they can do that in Canada, then why not just do it in America? Be like hard labor camps, or you die and we take your organs and we give them to kids with cancer or something, you know? Because just like, yeah, like, or I guess now Trump's thing is like send them to El Salvador. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's just as simple. Like if you did something non-violent, then yeah, sure, you get to go to jail in America or prison in America. But if you fucking physically hurt somebody, like, oh, dude, like, yeah, harshest punishment out there. And it's just so funny. I saw this meme, and it's like you imagine our ancestors, like, from hundreds of years ago or something, being like, oh, we worked so hard to establish civilization on these lands and, you know, make everything good and make it happen, and then we just gave it away to all these other, like, invaders because we didn't want to come off like we were racist or mean. It's like such a weak fucking well, whatever, you know. It's like, what is it, the good times create weak men create bad times. Yeah, it's just that cycle, that perpetual cycle. But yeah, anyway, what am I getting at here? I mean, the whole point is, it's just like, I always love saying the whole point is, because I ramble and then I try to circle back, but it's just like, I'm okay with harsh treatment to people who are pieces of shit. That's what I was saying. I think we need to be more harsh, and when people are like, you know, we need to save the illegal immigrants, I'm like, why don't you save the... Because I was talking about this during the live stream the other day, too, how it's like, one of you guys, Benedict, brought up that it's like, you know, men should have the right to, because I was saying that I don't give a shit about abortion. Like, you know, if people want to have an abortion, let them, you know. We've got the technology. People should have the freedom. If they got the freedom to vote, the freedom the liberty of freedom or whatever, let them have the freedom for abortion, too. You got to remember that a lot of countries still don't even offer abortions, or if they do, it's very sketch, you know. So, like, America's very fortunate to be able to do that, right, and have that as an option. And it's like, well, what if the guy wanted to keep the baby? And it's like, it doesn't matter, man. You know, it's not your body. You're not growing the baby. You know, imagine if somebody told you, you gotta have this baby. You know, you gotta have this baby. I'm telling you, you gotta have this baby. And it's like, well, but I don't really like you that much, and I don't really respect you as a person, so nah, I don't want to do that. Now imagine you're a woman, you know? It's like you're with this guy, he got you pregnant, but you're not really interested in him, and you're gonna have to put up for 9 months to, you know, raise this kid that you don't want to be a part of or whatever, that you don't want anything to do with. And I was just trying to tell people, I'm like, look, it's very beta male mentality. It's like those incels that are like, I like Islam because you get to tell women what to do, and I like that. And it's like, oh, so what you're saying is you have no game, you don't want to try to get better at like, you know, being with women or like understanding women, so you just want to force them to do what you want them to do, because it's like, it's such a weak beta male you know, mentality, in my opinion. And so it's like, if you're with a woman and you get her pregnant and she wants to have an abortion, it just means she doesn't respect you, man. Like, she doesn't respect you, and she doesn't want... Like, I had a friend back home, and he wanted to be a police officer for a while or something, but he kept jumping from job to job. Like, every 6 months he'd have an issue with a supervisor, and it's like one of those things where it's like, if you keep having the same issue over and over again, the issue isn't other people, it's you, you know? And I think his girlfriend saw that, and so they got pregnant, and she had an abortion without telling him, and he's like, oh man, it ruined me, I couldn't see her again, blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, you can't even hold down a job, man. Like this isn't more about you fixing your shit. And so if a woman loves the shit out of you, if she respects you, she'll have your kid, no question. But if you're giving her a reason not to trust you, not to think that you're the guy that she wants to be with, you don't have a right to tell her what to do. And so it's like when these idiots on fucking on forums or whatever, they're like, TQ Sam's like super ultra right now, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure ultra right people they want to ban abortions and stuff, and I'm not like that at all. Like, you know, like, you do what you want. It's a woman's body. Let her do what she wants. Same thing with being gay. You could be gay. You could be trans. But stop trying to fucking force that shit into kids, you know? Stop trying to, like, I need to be represented in school. No. You are a small portion of the population, and if the kids are feeling like that, it's the parents' responsibility, not yours, to tell them about it. Because whenever they say shit like that, it just makes me assume that it's like, why do you want to be around kids so much, huh? Like, what's going on here, you know? You're trying to push your shit onto younger, like, impressionable people, man. I don't like that, you know? So, but whatever. I saw one of you guys from the Discord told me that you went to Akihabara the other day, and I guess Akihabara's had their own problem with the autistic misfits or whatever, because they had a sign that said, for the women's bathroom, they said, only women, no men, no transgenders. And it's like, yeah, base Japan, dude. They're like, nah, like, you know, like, this is not your country. Like, I saw this woman, and was it a woman? No, it was this, like, Facebook page, and they were trying to say how, like, 2 hospitals in Tokyo are getting rid of saying mom and dad or whatever to be inclusive. I don't know how true this is, right? It's just a headline. I could look into it more, but I'm just giving my opinion on principle, is that, like, you know, again, you be gay, whatever you want, but stop trying to force other people to bend the knee to you. You're like, you know, you're not special, you're not unique, you're an outlier, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're demanding stuff from other people, straight people don't demand that from other people. You don't have the right to do that either, you know? And yeah, you know, I don't like that. And so it's just like, you know, Japan is always 10 to 20 years behind. I call it the Bon Jovi effect, you know? Like, Bon Jovi was popular 10, 20 years ago, and then he became popular in Japan, right? And so all the LGBTQ stuff here, it's been, like, really heavy in America for like the last decade or so. So Japan still has like 5 years to another 10 years before that stuff maybe comes to Japan, and I hope it skips over it, right? Like the gay marriage thing, I understand for the hospital visit reasons why you would want to be, because like in Japan, if you get into an emergency, the only people that can come and visit you in the hospital are family. And if you're a gay couple, you can't do that. But if you were legally married, then yeah, it's your spouse, right? But like the way that gay people get around that in Japan is that they just they adopt one another. Yeah, they just say like, okay, we're adopted now. You're like, you're my I'm adopting you. You're part of my family, and that's how they get around that thing. It's like a loophole, you know. If Japan can make loopholes for gambling, like, oh, it's pachinko, like it's not gambling because you get toys, you get stuffed animals, you know, and then you turn it into another place that has nothing to do with this place, and then you get money for that. It's like, it's just their loophole of doing stuff. Japan loves the loophole shit, but I mean, the whole point is, like, I got really angry at those people because everyone's like, it's about time, and all these people didn't even live in Japan. And, like, 2 of them deleted their comments because I was like, you don't live in Japan, what are you talking about? And then, these other people, I was like, you guys do realize that, like, places like the Middle East and Africa, like, they'll kill you for being gay. Like, there's not even an issue of gay rights. It's like, it's gay, it's just gay death. And I'm like, if you guys want to make a difference, why don't you go to one of those other countries? And it's like, oh yeah, because you're just a bunch of cowards. You're a bunch of pussies. It's like the same people that complain about women's rights and stuff. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? Women have the right to have an abortion. They have the right to vote. They have the right to work. Like, what? Like, what is, what's going on here? You know, it's just like people. They don't realize how good they've got it, so they feel like they need to complain because they need to have something to complain about, right? And it's so annoying because, like, dude, you've got nothing to complain about. Like, there's other people suffering way more than you right now. Like, shut your fucking bitch ass mouth. And if you're gonna help people, literally go help some people. You know, there's people that could use your help. Like people who are actually suffering. Like all those people that are like, gays for Palestine. I'm like, you could not be gay in Palestine, bro. I hate to burst your bubble, but nah, that's not gonna happen. So it's like, if you're gonna help people, like, fucking help people like that, you know? And, I don't know. It's just like this, I remember this one couple, they were complaining that they're a gay couple, Japanese and American gay couple, and they were, I guess the white American woman, she got impregnated by a friend or whatever, and she had a kid. The kid has no Japanese DNA in them whatsoever, and they're married in America. So the Japanese woman, lesbian part of the couple, she got a spouse visa or whatever for America, and they tried to move to Japan, and they're like, we can't get a spouse visa, and our daughter can't get a Japanese passport. And I'm like, she's not Japanese. She, like, if the Japanese woman gave birth to her, then yeah, she'd legally be Japanese, but she's not. But it doesn't mean she can't become Japanese. That just means you gotta wait till she's older, and then she can apply for citizenship, just like anybody else, you know. And I don't know, man. It's silly. It's bonkers. It's ma'am, you know. It's all this stupid shit. But yeah, I'm like, you know, if you really want other countries to be like America, start with the countries that could really use it, that like really do oppress women and stuff. Not like the countries that are already doing pretty decently on their own. Like I hate it when these people that have no interest in actually learning Japanese or being part of the culture come over to Japan, and then they say how wrong Japan is and how it needs to be more like America. And I'm like, why don't you fix the shit in America before you come over here and preach to people about how it needs to be better? You know? Why don't you go over to America and fix that shit first, huh? Well, like, fix what? I don't know. Stop letting homeless people poop in the street in San Francisco so much that you had to make an app for it. I don't know, man. It's just like there's so much shit that could be fixed. But people when the Tim Pool guy made fun of the Adam Ruins Everything guy, he's like, I went to the UK and I really poked the bear. Oh, what did you make fun of? Well, I made fun of the government. I made fun of the Christians, and it's like, well, what did you mention? The Muslim rape gangs? And the guy just feigns ignorance, like he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. What? I wouldn't make any jokes about Islam because I don't have any jokes about Islam. It's like, no, because you're afraid. They're the only religion that will violently attack you if you criticize even slightly anything that you say about them, you know? So of course you're gonna like poke the sad, scared, weak white people because you know they're not gonna fight back, you know? They got impulse control kind of thing, you know? It's so fucking stupid and silly. And yeah, what are you gonna do, you know? Well, what are you gonna do? But it makes me happy that I'm in Japan, because even though Japan, like, you know, I'm seeing all these, like, I went viral in a video that I filmed with one of my subscribers, Mr. Mobile Mally, and all these Japanese people, they're so nice. I mean, some of them were like mean, being like, you're fat, like, you know, go to the gym, whatever, but like a majority of them were super nice, you know, and they were like, I think my favorite comment was like, I want more foreigners like this guy in Japan. And I love it too how all these other faceless people in the fucking comments, his accent sucks, and I'm like, have you seen any other foreigner speak Japanese in this country up until now? You don't know shit, you perfectionist little bitch ass. But then again, Tony Soprano had a great quote which says, don't give a fuck about anybody who doesn't have the balls to talk shit to your face, you know? Mike Tyson, the internet made you guys way too comfortable without being afraid to get punched in the face, you know? God, dude, it's like, wouldn't that be funny? It's like you have a genie, and then like you do one of those sick fucking the sick genie things where it's just like, what's your wish? And I'm like, oh, it's simple. I just want anybody who ever talks shit about anybody from an anonymous account to get automatically punched in the face, not like to kill them, but like, you know, pretty hard. So that way it's like if they talk shit, but they get bonus points if they talk shit in person. Like, they won't get punched in the face if they talk shit in person, or if they have an account of themselves doing stuff. Because then whenever they talk shit, people will just come over to their account and be like, oh, this guy's a little bitch ass. Oh, man. Then they have to, so they either suffer from being physically punched in the face for being like a scared little coward talking shit, or they have to face the consequences of online ridicule for being a little bitch ass. Like, oh, God, that would be so good. Wouldn't that be great? That's like a Black Mirror episode right there, you know? It's like, because, you know, I think a lot of more people, thanks to the internet, you know, a lot more people feel like that, you know, they're tough enough that they can just talk shit without having to worry about it. I don't know, it's fun. It's fun and it's ma'am. But anyway, yeah, dude, I could go on and on about this topic. Oh, and I would love to, but we're already at the 59-minute point here, so let me get down to brass tacks, guys. That's it for today's rant. What did you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to smash the like button. If you made it this far in the video, just type in, I'll be your genie, Huckleberry. I'll be your genie, Huckleberry. Yeah, I'll be your genie, comma, Huckleberry. Yeah, to show that you made it. It's only going to be Tex Machina. He's the only one who does this, and I appreciate him and his gangster. But, yeah, if any of you guys do that, let me see that you made it this far. And, yeah, I'll probably do a live stream after this, too. So I'll see you guys during the live stream. And, yeah, I hope you guys have a nice extra point of the week. And don't forget to check out the playlist for the other rants if you haven't checked them out yet. I've got them in different categories now, so they're easier to browse through. Anyway, love you guys with mouth, and I will talk to you when I talk to you. Peace out, sons. Bye.